Hi, welcome to the Women of Skill Hub. Today we are going to learn how to make a Zara hat. A Zara hat is also known as a pillow box hat in other countries. Okay, I prefer using the name Zara Hat. This is what you need for you to make your beautiful Zara hat. This is a container. It's a bucket. Here in Zambia, we use the broom buckets, aloha buckets for washing powder. You can also use the ones for pine gel. But also, I can just teach you a trick on how to know the correct size. We are also going to be using a foam, a chitenge. You can use any material of your choice. You can use Valentino, bridal satin, cotton, any type of material that you like. Okay. You also need a glue gun, glue sticks, you need the scissors, you need your beautiful measuring tape, cotton, needle, and some decorations that you like. If you're going to be using beads or ribbon or whichever that you like. Okay, so let's get started. This fits the head very well. And this measurement is usually about 21.5 inches. So this is how I'm going to measure. So once you have whichever product that is there, for instance, it can be butter, it can be washing powder, it can be biscuits, whatever container it is that you can use, something that's like 21.5, somewhere there, 21.5 inches, okay? Then you can cut it at this level. From there to there, that gives us about 2.5 inches. Okay, so when you trim it like that, the first step now is I'm going to measure my foam. I'll measure this top part like that, which is going to give us about 21.5 inches. And then I'm going to add extra inch, about 1.5 inches. So I'll cut around there to give me enough space. From that point, I'm now going to cut the foam again with such a length and height, about 2.5 again. And then I'll measure all the way, which is giving me 21 again. Okay, so when I'm done, I'm also going to measure my material. So my material will be slightly bigger. Since the foam was about 1.5 inches, the material could be even about 2 inches or 1.8 inches because the foam is a bit thicker. I'll do the same way. I'll make a round circle here and I'll cut to fit this part, because this is what we are going to do. The first thing is I'm covering this foam and I'll start with the top part like that. So when I cover the top part and it's smooth enough, that's when I'm now going to add the rest of the foam, this part, and I'll be tucking it in also in here like this. Okay, remember, this is where your head is going to be, so this should be comfortable. You shouldn't feel the plastic hitting your head. Okay. From there, I'm now going to cut my material a similar way, except that the material should be slightly longer, slightly bigger than the foam, so that we cover up the foam now. Okay, let's get started. So here I am. I'm going to cut like this. I'm going to measure. Okay, so I'm going to use the same measurements to also cut my material. I'll cut it round and I'll also cut this part again with my material, but slightly bigger. Okay, let me cut it now. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's my material. This was a bit bent, yeah, but I'm going to control it as I keep gluing it. And there's the other part there. So now I'm getting started. Okay, so I can cut in some slits here so that it's just helping me stick it so that it's neater. because for this one, we don't need to leave out any bumps at all. It's supposed to be throughout smooth on the top part. Okay. Okay, we'll get started. So the Zara Hat is not complicated. It's quite flexible. You just need to get your measurements right and try to be as neat as possible. The Zara Hat usually looks good when it's in traditional attire. Okay, I think I'm running out of glue from my glue gun. I'll just add on like that and get started. So, trying to pull it so that it's smooth. Yeah. Trying to pull it more somewhere here. There we go. Okay. At this point, I'll start to cover this now. I can start it just from the beginning. Okay, I'll just add a little bit of glue somewhere here. I'm going to add this now. I'll glue it in like this. Then at this point, I'll start to fit it inside like that. So I'll start from the top part. If you like, you can cut off excess so that it's smooth enough. But even like this, it's still going to be okay. There we go. So I'll add on the top part and I'll start fixing it like that. I'm leaving some space here because my material is going to start from somewhere there. At this point, we are going to cut off the excess, because if I pile it like that, it may end up having a very bad bump, and that doesn't give it a neat finish. Okay, so we'll remove this part exactly at this point like that. Okay, I'll fix this so that we can meet the two ends. Yes, and the two ends meet like this. I'm going to cut like that. There it is. It looks like this. At this point, I'll now start covering with my material, and it's going to be like this. Okay, so make sure it's in the middle so that one side is not left out, to make it shorter like that. Okay, so if you want, you can make the slits to help you round, but even like this, it's still fine. Just avoid adding glue on top here, as it's going to stain your material. Okay, so I'm getting started now. Here we go. So I'll stick this material like that. on this side as well. Remember to fix it firmly. Fix it firmly all over. So it's about to make a wrinkle, you stretch it like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're as good as done. At this point, I'm going to get the material. Remember, this is the material that we cut earlier. That's going to cover this part like this. Okay, so I'll fold this material a bit, probably half an inch. Remember that when we are making the measurement, okay, this is as good as almost an inch here. An inch, even half an inch is still fine. So I'll fold it all the way. When we are making the measurement, we made sure the material is slightly bigger. Okay, if you like, you can iron it so that it's straight and it gives a clean finish. Okay, so just do that. Okay, I'm going to start gluing this just beneath like this. Now as I'm gluing, I'll hold gently like that. I'll press it hard every time that I add glue, and I'll be also pulling the material like that. So I'm adding glue right here, not on top, not at the beginning, but somewhere beneath here. So I'm starting to add. Remember, we're not covering this part, we are covering somewhere here, just beneath there. Okay, so getting started now. So I'll add the glue somewhere here, like that. It holds. I'll pour my material this side, make sure it's straight here. I'll hold it firmly so that it holds, and I'll open like that. I'll add more glue here as I'm pulling it like that. There we go. As I'm pressing hard, Also pulling the material like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I need to add a bit of glue here as it's not holding well. I must have added the glue a bit too far from the actual line that I'm using. So there we go. Okay. I'll get this and try to scoop out the excess glue. Okay. Let it hold. Let it hold. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll add more glue here. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to fold these ends to just make it look neat like that, and I'm going to glue it in like that. So this is my back part, and this is where I'm going to put my decor as well. But even if you're not putting decor, just make sure it's as neat as it should be. There we go. I'll also add some glue here up to somewhere there. Okay. There we are. Okay. Okay. Remember how we did it with the foam? So I'm going to make some slits there like that. Just some cut-ins so that I can use them to pull. Just make sure you don't cut too much. So I can start from this point. I'll glue this in like that up to the bottom. I'll add it like that. I'll also glue this part. Okay, also glue this part. I'll glue in this part as well. I'll pull that part like that. Looks like I need to refill my glue stick. I need to refill my glue gun. So, to avoid that wrinkle that's almost forming, I'll pull this feather. Okay, stretching it like that. I'll glue this in. Okay, I'll continue to glue it in until I'm done. Okay, I'll fill up my glue gun and continue. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll check through around. Okay, so that I can glue in the parts that don't look glued in. Okay, like this part needs a bit of some glue, so I'm going to add some glue inside like that. Okay, there we are. Okay, and I'll get rid of the excess glue. Okay, and this part also doesn't look so glued. I'll just do that. Hold it a bit tighter. Okay, so here we go. We have covered this part. I'll now work with the inside part. So for the inside, if you like, you can add a foam, or rather just add your material that you want to cover. And in this case, I'll use this material that I've already cut, and I'm adding it just directly in there like that. Okay, so I'll just glue in. I'll start gluing it in from this side. Like that. I'll glue the other parts as well. Push my glue gun. There we go. I'll glue in the other parts as well. Like that. Okay. Oh yes, I can even clean like that. I'll fix it like that. Make sure the bottom is also good. Okay, we're as good as done. At this point, you can now add whatever you want to add to your beautiful Zara hat. And in this case, I have already made bows. I'll add these bows here behind like this. Okay, so you can either sew them in or you can even glue them. In this case, I'll just glue them. But for a lasting or durable solution, it's best that you sew them in. So I'll stick them there, and it will be like that. Just to make it look even prettier, I'll add some few beads, the smaller ones. Even these you can choose to glue them in or to sew them. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'll just add a few also here. I can just make a whole line like that and start to add my glue. Okay, so I'll get this beautiful dummy just to demonstrate. So you don't do this, this is how you do it. This is your Zara hat. If you like, it can also be at the side like that or even like that. Okay, if you like, you can add your elastic to make it hold better, or even your headband, it will still work well. But the clip usually doesn't work well because this is it's inside like that. Okay, there we go. Zara hat. This is a Zara hat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you try it out. Please give us a thumbs up, and when you try it out, please send us the video, send us the pictures. Let's see how your beautiful Zara hat is going to come out. Thank you so much.